G'day Year 11s. Going to do a video for you to explain the concept of error with measuring devices. And quite often it is the concept that people actually have an issue with here when they do have an issue. It's not necessarily the maths because that's relatively simple, but it's the idea that measuring devices could possibly be slightly inaccurate that people tend to have the problem with. So the activity 2 sort of section here is what we're going to look at first for the explanation. So it's the idea that if we've got a ruler, all right, and let's say we measure the edge of a paper and it is 26 centimeters. Okay, it's the idea that, all right, there is a little bit of sort of variation or could be variation in the way people read that figure or the way it is measured, okay? So what we say is that a ruling implement is accurate to within half of its smallest unit. Now, you can see it's just a regular school ruler we've got in that example there. So the smallest units of measurement are millimeters there. Now, there's two ways that I'm going to sort of show you how to do this. I think this first way is the most easily understandable. So what we're going to do is put that in millimeters. So 26 centimeters is 260 millimeters. All right, there's 10 millimeters for each centimeter. Okay, and really what it is, we're saying that it is accurate to within half a millimeter. All right, so our higher sort of value that it could be is 260.5, and our lowest, all right, okay, we'll just, is 259.5, okay? So plus or minus half of the smaller unit. So it's 260 millimeters. Half of a millimeter is what it is accurate to. So half a millimeter more than 260 millimeters is 260.5. Half a millimeter less is 259.5, okay? The other way to think about it is just in terms of 26 centimeters, so 26.0. We can write that as 26.05, all right, or 25.95 centimeters. All right. For me, I actually kind of like doing it this way, especially to start with, just so if you convert it to the smallest units of measurement, then it's really easy. You just add a decimal 5 onto the end of it, and then take half of that on the other side as well. So adding half a millimeter, taking away half a millimeter. Here, some people get into trouble with a bit of the decimal stuff, but either way is completely fine and a completely valid answer as well. All right. So in example 11. She records the length as 18.7 centimeters, so we're doing this bit here. Find the range of values in which the length might lie. So very similar to the one we just did. 18.7 centimeters is 187 millimeters, so the measuring device must be accurate to the nearest half millimeter. That's exactly what we've done. So all they've done there, and they've converted it to millimeters as well. So as you can see, that's a perfectly valid way to do it. 186 is the lower boundary, is generally what we call it, and 187.5 millimeters, or 0.5 if you prefer to work in decimals, is the upper boundary. So lower and upper, but really it's just that idea of plus half of our smallest unit or minus half of our smallest unit, okay? So we're going to do, now what I've done is, because I want you to do the highlighted questions down here in lesson, what I'm going to do is go through a question, and I'm going to choose, what am I going to choose? Let's choose 3A. I think. We'll go, 3A. All right. So 27 millimeters. All right. And it's asking us to find the range of possible values. So it's already in. We don't have a decimal here or anything. So 27 millimeters. Millimeters is the smallest possible our smallest unit. So the lower boundary is going to be 26.5 millimeters, or 26.5, and the upper boundary is going to be 27.5 millimeters. All right. Where it gets a little bit tricky is when we're doing a question like D. All right, because what we're saying is that the smallest unit of measurement in D, when we're dealing with 1.5 kilograms, our smallest unit of measurement is actually 500 grams. All right. So it's accurate. I guess you could think about it as being accurate to the nearest 500 grams. So half of that is 250 grams. So what we can say is that the upper limit of this is 1.75 kilograms. All right. And the lower boundary is 1.25 kilograms. All right. So again, it's that notion of just half of the smallest measurable unit. So in here, we can see that the smallest measurable unit is 500 grams. All right, that's what we're measured in. So we need to add half of the smallest unit of measurement, all right, which is the 500. So half of 500 is 250, so we've added that on. We take it away. That's our upper and our lower boundary, okay? Now, it doesn't matter which order you have these, as long as you've correctly indicated that those are your two boundaries, all right? Really, the other questions that you're going to do are just different variations on that, but it's the same idea. So hopefully that's helped. Again, if there's any more questions or any issues, speak to me in class or come and see me in your study lines. All right, thanks guys, bye.